Hi everybody, welcome to this painting of a snow globe. This is Moonflower Studio Creative. My name is Karen. I've been an artist for all my life, graphic designer, illustrator for 40 years for different design agencies. But anyways, I love painting things for Christmas, and today I'm drawing my snow globe. I just took a plate and I drew a circle, and I'm drawing two circles to make our snowman. I made little twigs for the arms. I put a carrot on his nose and a hat on his head and a scarf. We can all draw these. These are simple shapes, just circles and triangles, and use your imagination. I'm going to put a tree in the background. And for the base, you're just going to put some lines down the side and connect it on the bottom. I flipped mine over a little bit, so because your wrist motion will make something a little bit more round if you just go smoothly with your wrist. And I'm just taking off some of the pencil so it doesn't shine through the paint so much. And we're just gonna go ahead. I sped up my painting. You can pretty much watch what I'm doing. I'm mostly using wet on wet techniques, and I'm just gonna drop in color. And we're going to do layers of color. So we start off kind of sloppy, and then we end up with a more tight painting in the end. You put in all the details. I'm using my Lucas paint set here, and I'm using smaller brushes because this is a smaller painting. My paper is it's 100% cotton watercolor paper. I'm using the back of something I painted that I didn't like, so I don't waste paper. I feel like these kinds of illustrations, they're for fun and practice, but they come out good too. You can use it for a card, put it on display for Christmas scenes, put it on your tabletop in a little frame. How cute is that? Just have them spread around your home for a little Christmas cheer. The colors I'm using are probably in everybody's palette. Like, you're going to use a cerulean blue and probably an ultramarine blue. So you want to get a cool and a warm blue. And I love Paynes Gray. I use it all the time in everything. And I'm using a burnt umber color, and I'm mixing those things together a lot. So I put Paynes Gray in my greens, I put it in my burnt umbers. I'm using whatever red is in my palette. I really don't know the names of the colors in my palette anymore. I'm using a yellow, and I'm creating an orange with the yellow and the red. And there's probably a yellow-red in my palette already. And also I am using smaller brushes. So it's like a size 4, a size 1, a size 6, and maybe there's an 8 there, but they're very nice watercolor brushes. I tend to use one brush throughout the whole thing. And I'm going in with the snow globe using wet on wet techniques. I dropped in some color on my snowman, gave him some rosy red cheeks, and I let him dry before I started putting in my background colors. I'm making it look like there's some trees in the distance, and there's going to be one foreground pine tree. I'm doing this out of my head. I'm not using any kind of reference for this. So I'm sure we all made snowman before. And just have fun, guys. Grab a hot chocolate, just have a really fun time. And it's just a painting. It's just paint and paper. And like I said, I used scrap paper that I had, and just have fun. And I'm just going to continue on with this painting. All right, we put in the start of our trees, and I dropped in some color there for the lights. If there's lights on the trees, it'll bleed out. And I added the base to the snow globe with browns. I added a little shadow with my Paynes Gray underneath the globe. I keep building it up. So we're putting in our base, washes, and then we're just going to keep putting layers of color and shapes on top of each layer. So This one came out really cute. I did it the day before, and you could see that I added some greenery and I added a lot more to the base of it. So you decide what you want to do. I'm really showing you technique here. And this painting was a lot smaller. I used a really tiny brush. It was only like on a 5x5 watercolor card. And yeah, it came out really cute. I'm gonna probably send this one out as a Christmas card. When you're happy with the inside of your painting, now I added some white on my tree. I didn't use any kind of masking fluid. I simply took my white gouache, which was pretty dried out, and I had to re-wet it. The tube got really dried out for some reason. I have a studio space over my garage, and truthfully, I really can't heat it or air condition it. It's way too expensive. So I end up losing some of my art supplies if I don't bring them into my home, because they freeze and thaw and get hot, and it's probably not good for my supplies, or your supplies for that matter. You want to keep them in a good temperature all the time. And so I just had to re-wet it, and I added white snow to my tree. And now I'm going around the outside of my globe. I put an outline around it so it's a little bit on the dark side, and then I'm trying to keep some white near the edge so it looks like it's glass. And I'm just going to go around and put that layer of glass so it looks like it's in the front and the behind. And then I'm going to take my white paint, and I'm just going to, instead of spraying it on like I would normally do, because my paint is pretty dried out, I'm just going to dot it on. But by all means, if you want to spray it on, have fun. And I'm just going to finish up this painting here. I'm so glad you joined me for this little snow globe demonstration. Thank you so much. I'm putting in the shadows here, the finishing touches, and I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And have a really wonderful and peaceful and joyful and healthful holiday season, and an amazing new year.